at some point, I'm looking to embark on a whole new project, and I will most likely at some point be mobile again. That is driving around with this trailer. It's been great being able to be parked here, but at some point, it's going to need to move somewhere. But it's been great to have it parked for about a month, and but that needs to change in the near future. Not because of any falling out with anyone, just simply because of what neighbors might think, other people involved with the ownership of the property where the trailer is currently parked, things like that, nothing personal. And so, I'm looking at the possibility of Colorado later in the year. And, if you live in Oregon or Portland, if there's a project or an idea, something you want to pitch, there's ways you can contact me. Or of course, you can have me contact you. You can leave a comment down in the section down below. But it's almost 2015, and I'm thinking about new projects in the future. There's definitely nothing tying me to Portland. I like to get conversations going with people long in advance. Sometimes things just come out of the blue, and literally a decision is made in a matter of hours, minutes, and a whole new adventure is embarked upon. Sometimes that's kind of cool. We see synchronicity in action, and in some ways we might even say God working through people. I've seen that so many times in my life. But I'm also thinking ahead right now. And I know I've got a little bit of time, a couple days, a couple weeks in the current spot, maybe more, but long term, it's time to embark on a whole new project. And, as opportunities arise, as other things move into motion, it's definitely time for something new. And being that I've been here already 9 months since I've returned back to Portland, it's going to be a full calendar year come spring. It seems to me like I really came here for closure. Of course, anything can change between now and spring and now and summer. Like being offered a job somewhere, or, developing some new allies and getting some projects going locally, maybe some other positive experiences. Something other than just isolation in a glorified cardboard box, as great as this is, as great as a shelter as this is, and it's mobile. It still is what it is. And that is why I'm very open to concrete suggestions and signs, if you will, to other opportunities and projects and so many other things. So many words I can use to describe these possibilities, but very open to hearing feedback on those things. Of course, it's difficult when you're just referencing, hey, I heard this might be a good idea. Have you tried this? And then just a link. With some things, that's okay. With a lot of things, not so much. When it comes to making suggestions and being of assistance or being an ally, sometimes it's being that direct person who has that line to that job, or is that person themselves to connect with. Sometimes things work out when you're making a reference and you're pointing a finger somewhere else or to a certain person, but not always. Anyways, I want my future adventures when it comes to moving to be planned out a little bit more mindfully than in the past, and with more of a focus on how I can make an income, how I can maintain my own independence. And now that I have my own living space, that part's already taken care of. It's just a matter of now what do I do with the extra time that I have, so I can be doing something more than just being in the box. And a city like Portland, Oregon's got quite a few people already living in it, and a whole lot more on the way. But the more time I spend here, the more time I ponder here, the more time I muse upon my own reality here, the more I realize it's time to say goodbye again. And that includes goodbye to Access TV. And really, in the Zen saying, or Eastern tradition, you got to empty your cup in order to receive. And so I feel like I'm trying to go through this, birth process of awakening to new possibilities and new opportunities, and basically shedding my skin of the past epoch of my life. And I'm hoping that something like that comes, and oftentimes it comes through other people, because I don't just grab a backpack and just go aimlessly into the desert. Some people go that path, and I'm not knocking it, but it's not the traditional path that I've gone. I've usually watched the signs, the synchronicities, and in some cases, when some people have recommended other people, it has been the right thing to do, and the universe has worked through them. And in this particular stage, things have been pretty quiet in terms of offers, and that's usually a sign that I'm meant to be where I am at the moment. But I already know that I'm going to be in motion again in the future, in 2015, early in 2015. I'm going to be back in motion, and I really would like another reality other than parking from place to place and basically just surviving throughout the day and being really public. I don't want that, and that's not what I'm going to put my attention on. And I don't want to spend my attention or time being afraid of that happening again. But that's also why I'm making this video. And, you know, I don't know how other people can be of help. You know, you're free to make whatever suggestions you want, but, you know, direct connections to those opportunities are usually better than just second-hand and third-hand. And so for those of you that might be sitting on a great idea right now, either locally or somewhere else, or if you live between here and Colorado, and there's certain things going on around you, or off-the-grid communities, or if you are in Colorado, that's even better. Even better if you're in the area around Alamosa, or anywhere in the San Luis Valley. That would be actually the best. And there's some areas in the San Luis Valley that I've yet to investigate. And so, you know, if you know of a great place to park, maybe for a temporary period of time, and you've got a spot in mind that's somewhat within reasonable distance of here, or especially if you're in or around the Portland area, that would be awesome too. But the point is that I'm looking at new adventures now, moving forward, and I would rather connect with the right people and get things done as opposed to not connecting with people, staying in the city, and going around in circles. I want something more than that in 2015. How's that for a New Year's resolution? To put my intention where I want it, to be around the right people and to get things done, and away from what I don't want, which is a lot of what I've already experienced for this year.